$20 million, $19 million, $6 million. These are all awards recovered for clients of Phillips Law Firm. To win big, you have to fight big. And Phillips Law has been fighting the too big to fail insurance industry for decades. Not every case will have a multi-million-dollar outcome, but Phillips Law will fight just as hard to recover the outcome you deserve. If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident or on the job, call or click today at 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
Spend less time in the laundry room and more time doing the things you love. Introducing the Samsung Smart Top Load Laundry Pair, now available at Lowe's. The washer's large capacity means you can fit more in every load. Plus, its super speed setting washes a full load in only 28 minutes. Shop the smart washer that will streamline laundry day, backed by Lowe's Price Promise. Based on using super speed on a normal cycle with an 8-pound load. Terms apply. See Lowe's.com/price promise for details. U.S. only.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJs Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at BJGeekNation.com.
Your wages are being garnished. We can stop that now. It's hard enough to pay your bills when things are good, let alone when a big chunk of your take-home pay is gone before you even get your check. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne, and I can stop the garnishment and get the creditors off your back immediately, often the same day as our consultation. Both Chapter 7 and 13 provide bankruptcy relief, but choosing the right chapter is crucial. In a free consultation, we can create a plan to get your finances back under your control. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. You need a face mask. You know that for sure. Got to fight the COVID. Unless you're like Odell Beckham Brown, where you and COVID have an understanding of...
Or Odell Beckham Jr.,
who
plays for the Browns.
That's who it is. All right. Oh, that's who it is.
OBB. Odell Beckham Brown.
He hasn't changed his name because he plays for the Browns? He should. All right, so
that could be his thing.
Bottom line is you need a mask, and of course I need to be able to remember people's names better. Here's the thing. These masks, they can be on your face in multiple styles. We've got the skull style, we've got the camo style, and you've got the stocking stuffer style. See, this is perfect. Go buy one today. And some of the portions go to the Washington State Nurses Association. That's a nice thing that we help out too. So, hey man, buy a mask, stop COVID, just like Odell Beckham, who is on the Browns.
There you go. Yes.
Yeah, you'll be as safe as he thinks he is. Go to KISW.com.
Let's play B-Migs. It's time to play the game. Yeah! So everybody scream his name. B-Migs, don't be a loser. Whoa! B-Migs, you're a loser.
It is time to be Migs, and it's Thursday, so let's get cracking. Yeah!
It's the Kraken.
Yeah,
And nobody today is Kraken lacking.
Oh,
everyone's got their Kraken gear on.
Danny's got
the hat on.
I got the hat on.
He's got the hat on because today he's a two-sport man.
All right.
Sounders play tonight. Had to wear the jersey because that's my tradition this year, and I got the Kraken hat. So.
Yeah, I really like that hat too.
Thank you.
Yeah, that one's awesome.
Super
Danny and I are
cool.
twinsies on that hat.
We are. We bought it at the same time.
Oh, the minute we saw it, we both just grabbed it and buying it.
Yep.
Oh, was that at the Kraken shop then? Yes.
Nice.
Although I like the Sounders jersey.
Oh, thank you. It's one of their keeper jerseys.
Is it a jersey or a kit?
It's a kit.
Okay.
Same
All right.
thing. Yeah.
Well, I want to be able to
jersey
say
and sweater.
I like to say the right thing, you know. Well, nobody says put on a football sweater. It's always
I'm talking about hockey.
The hockey
sweater. Some people will call it a sweater and not a jersey.
Oh, really? I've never heard that.
You've even referred to it as that.
Yeah, I've referred to it as a sweater?
Yeah,
when we got the KISW sweaters. I did?
Yeah.
Yes. Wow, I don't remember that at all.
We can tell.
That's cool. It's cool that I know something that I didn't think I knew.
Yeah. Let's get to our contestant today. We've got Chris in Snohomish. Chris, are you there?
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Morning, buddy.
All right, Steve, get out of here.
Yeah.
For those playing at home, Chris will have 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. Chris, you can pass all you want, but you will only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Let's get it.
What physical fitness practice is named for the Sanskrit word for union?
Yoga.
Yes. Who played the title character in the comedy Nacho Libre?
Jack Black.
Yes. In science and technology, what does the abbreviation AI stand for?
Artificial intelligence.
Yes. What actor partnered up with Mel Gibson in the Lethal Weapon movie series?
Danny Glover.
Yes. What vitamin was isolated from fish liver oil in 1917?
D.
Yes. In the fable, what did Rumpelstiltskin spin into gold?
Hay.
Yeah. Jackson Hole ski.
Straw.
Yeah. Jackson Hole ski resort is located in what U.S. state?
Wyoming.
Yes. What movie set in Vietnam won an Oscar for Best Picture in 1987?
Good Morning Vietnam.
No. Ooh, that's a good one.
Apocalypse Now.
No.
Pass.
On TV, what fictional vehicle was driven by Michael Knight?
Kid.
Yes. How many carats is pure gold?
24.
Yes. And Chris gets 9 out of 10. Ooh. That's a good one there.
I know that movie, and I'm not. It's going to kill me.
It was basically the third Vietnam movie. Well, actually, there's one more that you could have said that wouldn't have been it, but there's like 4 Vietnam movies that everyone knows.
Well, like the ones that be that caliber.
Yeah,
exactly. That's what I'm like, wow, totally. What was? Oh, and I'm so mad at myself when you tell me because I know the name.
Well, don't say anything. Steve's back.
Here he is.
Steve, are you ready?
Release the Kraken.
I'll have respect for Steve if he gets that one.
Ooh, respect.
I mean, a little bit, slight respect.
Oh, okay.
Not as much as Odell has for the coronavirus, but yeah, I'll have respect.
Oh, mutual respect.
Yeah.
What physical fitness practice is named for the Sanskrit word for union?
Yoga.
Yes.
Ooh, very good.
Who played the title character in the comedy Nacho Libre?
Oh, that's Vicky's foster little child brother.
No.
Yes. Jack Black.
Yes. In science and technology, what does the abbreviation AI stand for?
Artificial intelligence.
Yes. Yeah. What actor partnered up with Mel Gibson in the Lethal Weapon movie series?
Danny Glover.
Yes. What vitamin was isolated from fish liver oil in 1917?
What
vitamin was isolated from fish liver oil in 1917?
Vitamin B?
No.
Vitamin A?
No.
Vitamin D?
Yes.
Good job.
In the fable, what did Rumpelstiltskin spin into gold?
Hair.
No.
Oh, wait. Straw.
Yes. Jackson Hole Ski Resort is located in which U.S. state?
Wyoming.
Yes. What movie set in Vietnam won an Oscar for Best Picture in 1987?
Oh, Platoon.
Yes. On TV, what fictional vehicle was driven by Michael Knight?
Kit.
Yes. How many carats is pure gold?
24.
Yes. And Steve, you get a perfect 10, and you win. 10 to 9.
That was it, Chris. You and I got platooned.
Yep.
Well, good job, Chris.
Yeah.
Sorry you didn't get the win, my friend.
Take care.
All I do is no matter what. Got money on my mind.
You get the perfect 10 and BJ's respect.
Right.
Platoon, baby.
I didn't think you'd get that.
I even gave him the ultimate respect because he said that we talk over his music. I said nothing to give him this perfect 10 win.
Thank you.
Wow.
I mean, he deserves it.
So much respect.
Oh,
I have to give it to him.
The other one I was thinking was Born on the 4th of July. I was bouncing in my head between the two
I
of those.
forgot about that one, too, the Tom Cruise movie.
Yeah, I don't think that's I think that was a Civil War, but I don't know for sure.
No, I don't think so.
Born on the 4th of July?
I don't think it's a Civil War.
It's either World War II, maybe.
Oh, I didn't see it.
I think you're right, Steve. I think it's a Vietnam movie, yeah.
It's either World War II or Vietnam. It's not any older than World War II.
Okay.
Unless I'm completely mistaken.
I have no idea.
Yep, Vietnam.
Okay.
There you go,
I was thinking Apocalypse Now originally, but then when you said 80-something, I was like, no.
Yeah.
Good job, buddy.
Good job with that perfect 10.
Yeah. Damn, there's nothing to say except just good job and then be very upset about it.
That felt good.
Which is what I am. I am quite pissed. Hey,
Wait,
you gonna...
I have a question. What was it, Rev?
Oh, he's gone.
Because I might have to, retract my perfect score.
Oh,
I'm
really?
a man of honesty and integrity when it comes to beat Miggs. What was the answer to the vitamin question?
You said D.
But what was was that correct?
I think it is.
Yeah.
Oh, because some people are saying it's vitamin E, and they thought I said vitamin D. Okay. I said vitamin D. I just want to make sure because some people are saying vitamin E was the answer, or maybe people thought I said vitamin E.
Yeah, I think vitamin D is what you get from fish oil. I think that is the correct.
As long as that's correct, then I'm okay. I'm perfect still.
Yeah, you're still perfect. I
got a
just
little
looked it
nervous.
back up. Yeah, it was isolated from fish liver oil in 1917 was D.
D.
Yeah.
Okay. I said
vitamin D's nuts. Yeah,
Yes.
you did say D.
And they both
you're
said D.
You're still a champion, sir.
Because some people think I guess vitamin E is fish liver oil, but that's not true.
Well, our texters don't exactly know everything.
I don't know. Maybe they do.
Well, maybe they do.
I can get they don't.
All I wanted to make sure is that I'm perfect.
Yeah, look, Lisa, these are human beings that don't bother looking stuff up. They just think they know stuff.
Are you talking about our show or our listeners?
All of us.
Yes.
Okay. All of us. And it's what humans do. And humans that's what we do. We give out information, and then we barely even apologize when we give out information and make somebody look bad when they repeat that information and then go, well, my friend said it was true. No, you're an idiot.
Ooh, someone has a hot take. The best Vietnam movie of all time? Forrest Gump.
Oh, it was Vietnam.
That's right. Yeah. I don't know if I call it the
Full
best
Metal
one.
Jacket is.
Full Metal Jacket also might be the best, 40-minute start of a film ever.
Dude,
the basic training stuff in Full Metal Jacket is so intense.
It's basically 2 movies.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah. Man. All right. So, facial hair, shoes, and falling down at work, they actually all share something in common. What is it? Well, you know me. I'm going to tell you. I'll do that at 7:17 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. Lots of people are on Reddit. They're sharing the moment when something happened that made them go, oh, man, wow, am I old? And it is happening more and more to people. It's a thing that's going to happen in your life. You are just going to get to a point in your life where you realize, whoa, wait a minute, you don't know that? I'm old. That's going to happen. I don't know when it happens in your life, but it will happen.
Well, I think this morning was a great example of it when we were trying to explain to Danny and Vicky what the Ben Cooper Halloween masks were, and they looked at us with these glazed looks over their eyes, what the hell are you guys even speaking of?
Yeah.
I'm yep, that's the moment where you feel old, when you're trying to share the good old days to people that are in their late 20s, early 30s. And you're like, back in my day, we had these cassette things that played videos, and they were called VHS tapes.
Yeah. Usually for me, it's a 20th anniversary of some album.
Oh, yeah.
That's when you go, oh, wow, really? 20 years ago this came out?
I know Pearl Jam just had one for, I think it was the Versus record. I think it was the 27th birthday of that record. And I'm just geez, go away. Just please go away.
Yeah.
Stop with this. But then you have the other moments where, my wife laughs at me. I think it's a little bit from playing hockey and wrestling. And, my knees and my hips have seen better days. And, they're fine. But, there are times if I'm, sitting on the ground and I sit Indian style, legs crossed, whatever, and I'm just there for a while. And then I finally get up, and it's this slow process of just trying to straighten up my legs.
Yeah.
And she'll laugh at me this entire time while she's look at you, old man. And I'm no, it has nothing to do with that. Then I figured out a way to get up where I don't have to do that, but now she's on to me because I flip my body over and almost downward dog stand up. And then it doesn't hurt.
Oh, yeah. You're busted.
And it doesn't hurt?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. Yeah. It's not even so much it hurts. I'm just it's that moment where I know it's about the pop. Something's about the pop.
Yeah.
And it feels good when it does, but it's I don't want to even deal with it.
Yeah, and you just you make the grunting sounds. That it just goes along with it. Now you go, oh, I become that person where when I get up,
yeah, the dad groan.
The dad groan. Yeah, it's happening. Oh, yeah, buddy.
That was a weird one.
Yeah. All of a sudden, you just sound like DMX all the time.
I like this one from
DMX
from Reddit.
was a rapper back in the 90s.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, another old. No,
jeez.
Yes.
Man.
Yeah. Congratulations, oldies.
I think I know it.
Yeah.
Nice.
I like this one here. I think a lot of dudes can relate to this. Instead of growing facial hair to look older, I'm shaving it to look younger.
Yeah. I didn't know that. I know a lot of people that they feel that by having facial hair, it makes them look younger. Huh.
Yeah, it's an interesting thing because I've seen some people who look like baby faces when I've known them with beards, and then they take the beard off. I'm like, whoa, you're like a little baby face under there.
Yeah, that's me.
And see, I never grew facial hair to try to look older. I've always hated facial hair, so I've always shaved ever since I was 13. I never wanted to grow it out.
Yeah, my wife's not a fan of facial hair, so I want to.
You don't have a chance.
So why would I grow facial hair? You know, I mean, it's if the person that I want to be attractive to doesn't like it with facial hair, then I'm not going to have any facial hair.
Oh, look at you being a conscientious person.
Seems simple.
Yeah, that's so. There's a lot of things that have you go, wow, man, I am old.
It's the lukewarm topic of the day.
So, of course, we're going to ask you, what was that moment in your life where you're like, oh, man, I am old? What was that moment where you realized that, yeah, you were getting old, man? 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. Tell us that moment when you realized you were getting old. Well, your calls, your texts after 3 Doors Down on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
$20 million, $19 million, $6 million. These are all awards recovered for clients of Phillips Law Firm. To win big, you have to fight big. And Phillips Law has been fighting the too big to fail insurance industry for decades. Not every case will have a multi-million-dollar outcome, but Phillips Law will fight just as hard to recover the outcome you deserve. If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident or on the job, call or click today at 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
Spend less time in the laundry room and more time doing the things you love. Introducing the Samsung Smart Top Load Laundry Pair, now available at Lowe's. The washer's large capacity means you can fit more in every load. Plus, its super speed setting washes a full load in only 28 minutes. Shop the smart washer that will streamline laundry day, backed by Lowe's Price Promise. Based on using super speed on a normal cycle with an 8-pound load. Terms apply. See Lowe's.com/price promise for details. U.S. only.
Your home equity. It could be an untapped opportunity instead of an untouchable asset. Introducing HomeTap. HomeTap is an investor, not a lender. They give you cash in exchange for a share of your home's future value. Use it to pay off debt, make renovations, fund a business, or just live a better life. There's no interest or monthly payments to worry about. HomeTap. Get more from home ownership. Get more from life. Subject to eligibility. Terms and conditions apply. Visit HomeTap.com to apply in minutes. That's HomeTap.com.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. Folks are on Reddit, and they're sharing the stories of when they realize, man, I am old. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. What about you? What was that moment when you realized that you were getting old? Let's go to Brittany in Puyallup. Brittany, you are on The Rock.
What's up, guys? How's it going?
Not too much, Brittany. How about you? What was that time you're like, oh my gosh, I am old? What the hell? When did this happen? What happened?
So the first time that it happened, because, it just hits us every wave, I was working at a sandwich shop. I had to have been like 25, 26, so I'm not old. Like, I didn't feel old. And we had sports stuff playing on the TV, so I'm like, all right, that's cool. The Nike commercial with the basketball and the shoe squeaks comes on, and it was the newer one. I'm like, oh, that's cool. They made a new commercial. And all the girls look at me like, what do you mean a new commercial? I'm like, yeah, like this was a remake. This was in Scary Movie 2. Like, they made fun of it. Marlon Wayans got hit in the balls with the basketball. They all looked at me like I was absolutely crazy, because not only did they not know the commercial, they didn't even know what movie I was talking about.
Oh, yeah. Man. And I feel like that's too young to feel old. You should not have those moments in your 20s. That's a beating. That really
most of the girls that I worked with were between the ages of like 21 and 22.
Isn't that bizarre? I mean, and so you're only talking like a few years difference if you're in your late 20s and they're in their early 20s.
I feel like pop culture and just things are just progressing so fast now. It used to be like we'd have one thing and it would last forever.
You're
and then
right.
all of a sudden, like the new hot thing would come maybe every 10 years, where it's like nowadays, like every 2 years, something new is out and it instantly makes you feel dated.
And Steve, that's very poignant, because when a society...
I know, I'm a poignant man, BJ. Thanks for acknowledging that.
But when you think about the fact that how do we connect with each other, like small talk, it's usually pop culture. Sometimes we could, and if we don't have those reference points anymore, because as you say, things aren't lasting as long, it is so difficult to connect with strangers when you go, this kid's like 5, 6, 7 years younger than me. How the hell am I going to connect with them? Because everything's changing so much that what I love, they don't even know.
When you think about how we've communicated, it's gone like right from like just phone calls to text rather quickly. When text was done via T9. It was like the old way on the...
Sarah's the T9 queen.
With the dial pad. There's people I know listening, I have no idea even what that means. And then like instant messenger, that was a form of communication. That's already gone. To like MySpace chatting, that's gone. Now, obviously, Messenger on Facebook, that's almost done for some people. Now people just talk via like Snapchat.
Well, I'm still trying to get used
TikTok.
to I'm trying to get used to that pinkish rainbow icon. They changed the color of the icon on Messenger, and I can't handle it.
Why can't you
find it? I can't find it.
Just look for the rainbow.
I'm so used
Skittles
to
it, bitch.
Yeah,
Skittles it, bitch.
But that's. I'm at the point where I'm bitching about that. Why do they have to change the color of my icon? I know where everything is when it's the right color.
Old man yells at rainbows.
It's so true. It's like, I don't have a problem with rainbows. I have a problem with they change the color of my icons all the time. Netflix did that too, and I'm like, damn it, Netflix, where are you?
This is the moment where you feel old. But like, all of that stuff we're like jokingly complaining about has happened in the last 10, 15 years.
So true.
Before that, like the only communication was phone calls or sending a letter in the mail.
Yeah. And for me,
before that, what was like Morse code?
Oh, yeah, the Morse code. You had that. And pigeon. Don't forget the pigeon.
Oh, yeah.
Or for you Harry Potter fans, owls. You had all that. So let's go to James in Olympia. James, you are on the rock.
DJ Shay.
Who cares? So, James, what about
morning,
you?
Guys.
What was your moment where you're like, wow, I am old?
So I'm a middle school teacher, and it was when I realized when we were going to do a little project on 9/11 that it was a historical event for them.
It's, that is amazing. But, I know what that was like when I was growing. I was a kid born in 1960. And so for me, I had no idea what World War II was, because I didn't live through it. And yet, of course, everybody that was older in my life were like, what is wrong with you? You don't even know. Like, it was a historical event for me. It did not happen the way it happened in real time, like for people who are older than me. So I get that.
Yeah, that was my senior year, and I actually had my senior pictures taken that day. So that day is pretty burned in my memory. So it's like this crazy event that happened and everything, and so to like trying to express the feelings and emotions to a bunch of 12 and 13-year-olds who are just kind of like, oh, sure, okay, old man, like whatever.
Right.
They understand the significance, but it's at the same time they can't relate.
You've become grandpa talking about Pearl Harbor to them.
Exactly. That's
exactly.
a great relate, Steve.
Weird.
It's exactly it, because they go, the day that will live in infamy. And I was like, well, you don't understand. It's not an infamous day to me because I wasn't here. Right. I don't know the ramifications. I can understand it, but I didn't feel it like you did.
How about this text says, whenever I go to a liquor store and see the sticker that says 1999 is the legal birth year, I feel old.
Yeah. Wow. That's trippy. Let's go to Paul in Bremerton. Paul, you are on the rock.
Hey, greetings, fellow atoll.
Hello. Welcome, Paul. Welcome to the show. That's a classic. What do you got for us, buddy?
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm an auto mechanic, and I remember when you can take apart an engine with a 5/8, a half-inch, and a Phillips screwdriver. Now you need a college degree because it's all computerized.
Dude, it's a beating. You're absolutely right. It was so much easier to repair a vehicle or have your vehicle repaired. And these computers are not cheap, which is why everyone's got to charge you so much money because they got to pay big money to get them.
Yeah, the cheapest ECU that I found is $3,000, and that's just for the part.
That's nuts, dude. I mean, it's...
I don't mean to sound ignorant or stupid, but that happens every day on the show. But what's an ECU?
Excuse me?
What's the ECU?
ECU is an electronic unit.
Is that the thing
the brain of the vehicle?
Okay, I was like, is that the thing that you plug in to find out like why your check engine light is on?
That's exactly right.
Oh, you did it!
Hey, look at you, Steve! You just learned something.
Hey, man, on Amazon Prime, I saw you could buy one of those for $50. What are you doing?
Oh yeah,
on Prime Day.
Hey, and can I make a quick comment?
Of course.
I was listening earlier, and somebody was saying that the best Vietnam movie was Saving Private Ryan.
Yes.
That's World War II, man. Your listeners are brilliant.
Yeah, he's right. Saving Private Ryan is World War II.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, they're wrong.
Yeah. I told you to text me. Appreciate the call, Paul. I totally missed that, by the way, that somebody said that. I totally went over my head.
Speaking of car stuff, someone said my nephew couldn't roll down the window on my 1989 Nissan because there was no button. That made me feel old.
Oh, wow.
That always weirded people out when they were my old Jeep. I didn't have power.
Yeah, you had the crank windows.
Yeah, I had to crank it.
I always smiled, and I'm like, oh, Steve, how quaint.
Yeah, it's a simple life. Not anymore. Now my car has the power windows.
Oh, look at you. Oh, fancy time.
I mean, so much responsibility now.
Does it have an ECU as far as you know?
I'm pretty sure it does, BJ.
Yeah, you pretty sure?
Yeah.
All right, fine.
And windshield wipers. It's crazy.
Whoa, windshield wipers. Yeah, that doesn't help anymore, especially if you don't change them around here. They're almost useless. Let's go to Kevin in Bellingham. Kevin, you are on the rock.
Hey, good morning, guys. Happy to call in and get a little airtime.
What you got, buddy? So when did you feel old? What happened?
Well, I'll tell you what. About 5 years ago, I was a high school teacher. I'm currently now a principal. But for Halloween, I dressed up as Johnny from Cobra Kai. and as I was walking through the hallways, all the adults were like, oh, man, that costume's awesome. And every kid was like, who are you supposed to be? I don't know who you are. And I was like, yeah, Johnny from Karate Kid. And they were like, there's no Johnny in Karate Kid. And I was like, what are you talking about? They're like, the one with Jaden Smith? I was like, you guys all fail. Every single one of you guys gets an F.
Yeah.
But now you can say, hey,
I've never seen that one.
You can say I'm Johnny from Cobra Kai.
Yeah.
Because they got the Netflix show.
Yeah, but that was before it came out.
I know, but now you can bring it back.
See, now you were ahead of your time.
Yeah, for sure.
You tell those kids, hey, suck it. I knew what I was doing, man.
Because that's what a principal should be saying to the kids, suck it.
Well, let me tell you, I mean, the principals are a lot more evolved than when I was going to school back in the 70s. The principals said whatever they wanted back in those days. Kevin,
I definitely have strike first, strike hard, no mercy spray painted on my wall, so don't worry about that.
There you go. Kevin, appreciate the call, man. Dude, that happened to me. I always thought the one movie that I could quote that everybody would know it was an amazing movie, The Matrix.
Oh, yeah.
And when I said it one time and a 15-year-old looked at me and said, I have no idea what you're talking about, are you kidding me? That movie is like the Wizard of Oz of our time. What are you talking about?
It's Wizard of Oz.
Exactly.
You're right. That happened too, Vicky.
Kid, one day you're going to do mushrooms and you'll know what the Wizard of Oz is.
Yeah.
You're right, Vicky. The conversation just kept making me older and older. There was no relate. I couldn't even...
It's like doing Seinfeld jokes / relates nowadays.
Oh, you're right. Nobody. Yeah, who's going to care?
What's the deal? Right, and then you go kicking and screaming. They want to stop doing them, but then you realize, oh crap! There's like most people in their adult years, their young adult years, have no idea what you were talking.
I'm wondering if that's happening with like a show like Friends. Like Vicky, are you seeing that people don't know Friends references yet? Or
I feel right now there is a lot of nostalgia. Even like Gen Z really loves the '90s, whether it's fashion or just shows. So I'm seeing a lot of Gen Zs
best decade ever.
Right, they're really enjoying Friends. Like I see a lot of Friends merchandise everywhere.
I'm sorry, the 80s was the best decade ever, Steve. I don't know what you're talking about.
That's insane talk.
That can't be true. I was only alive for like 3 months.
Yeah, that's why it was the best decade ever. It was.
So
it ended. Those last 3 months of the 80s were bad, though, for us.
Well, text says I can make you all feel old. I've been listening to you guys since high school. I was a high school freshman. I'm 31 now.
Whoa!
I started listening when I was in high school to this show.
Yeah, it's weird to think that Vicky was. Yeah,
you're pushing 30 and a homeowner.
No, I'm 31 and I'm a homeowner, and who would have thought that would have either of those things?
And when you
happened?
joined the show, you couldn't even go to bars. It's so weird that you've been with us that long
and couldn't figure out how to get to a Jack in the Box.
No, I was 19 when I started interning for you guys.
Yeah, well, at least that hasn't changed. She still doesn't know where the hell she's going.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
Thank God for GPS.
I see your daughter's in the room. I'm very curious what she has to say.
I wonder what makes her feel old because she's really not old.
Well, mine is more of a physical thing, shocking, but I started making my birthday and Christmas list this year, and the first two things on my list are anti-aging cream and wrinkle cream. I am officially feeling old. I just stare at the mirror and I'm like, everything's starting to sag. I'm getting those lines.
Do you do that thing where you're like, I should stop smiling so much? Because I've had those conversations with my wife. She's like, I'm noticing a wrinkle and I got to stop smiling so much. I'm like, don't fight the smile.
Or when I'm pissed and you get the frown lines in between the eyebrows, got to stop doing that.
Look at my head, sweetheart. That's what you have to look for.
No!
You
better get that cream and put it on your head quick.
Yeah.
Oh, I better. And I look at my mom and I'm like, she's pretty, but she's pretty wrinkly and a little saggy.
Your
And I'm
mom
like,
is
I don't want to be that. I don't want that to be my future.
It's inevitable.
Your mom looks great
Not
for her
nowadays.
age, Sarah. I mean, for her light skin and her age, she looks amazing.
But what do you want to look like? One of those weird porcelain dolls with like all the Botox in your face?
Yes.
Or the Botox.
Yes.
That too?
The Botox, sure, whatever.
Well,
kids with that Botox and your goofballs.
Yeah, it's a cheaper version of it. It's the Safeway Select version.
Knockoff.
Yeah.
Are you thinking that time of the month where I need a little Botox to take care of things? Okay.
Hey, man, if it's going to work, it's going to work.
Yeah.
I like this texture says, the first time I looked at a young gal who was scantily clad and thought, who let her out of the house dressed like that? Also just now typing scantily clad from Carrie in Seattle.
Yes, Carrie, that's true. Scantily clad, you definitely are in my demographic or you're close to it. Scantily clad is the greatest way to say she got no clothes on. But that's like, highfalutin old person talk.
Highfalutin is old person talk, too.
Yeah. Well, see that? There you go.
Yeah.
Well, except if I'm one of those, hipsters where I'm doing the bee's knees thing.
The bee's knees and the cat's pajamas.
See, that's what I always will just default to. Oh, no, I'm a hipster. I'm not old.
Yeah, and a ton of people are texting this weekend. You guys made me feel old when you celebrated Linkin Park's Hybrid Theory, their debut record, 20-year anniversary.
That's what I talked about. Those 20-year anniversaries will have you look in the mirror going, what the... Yeah, 20th anniversary of anything is like a beating. All right, well, we have how about this? It's an 11-year-old, I think. It just walked 1,700 miles to get from England to Italy. Why did this 11-year-old do it? Well, you're going to hear from him at 7:47 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. Here's another question from a listener. I have a mountain of credit card bills and consumer debt. Can I still keep my house if I file bankruptcy?
Yes, you almost always can keep your home and your house, your car in a bankruptcy. Depending on what type of bankruptcy you file, would depend on whether or not, for example, you can keep your vehicles if you have payments on them still. You can almost always keep your home if you're current on the payments on your home, even in full bankruptcy. In Chapter 13, you can also keep those items. If you're behind on your house, you could catch your house payments up in a Chapter 13, take off a second mortgage in a Chapter 13. So keeping your primary assets like a home and car is almost always possible in bankruptcy.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. And thanks for listening.
$20 million, $19 million, $6 million. These are all awards recovered for clients of Phillips Law Firm. To win big, you have to fight big. And Phillips Law has been fighting the too big to fail insurance industry for decades. Not every case will have a multi-million-dollar outcome, but Phillips Law will fight just as hard to recover the outcome you deserve. If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident or on the job, call or click today at 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
Spend less time in the laundry room and more time doing the things you love. Introducing the Samsung Smart Top Load Laundry Pair, now available at Lowe's. The washer's large capacity means you can fit more in every load. Plus, its super speed setting washes a full load in only 28 minutes. Shop the smart washer that will streamline laundry day, backed by Lowe's Price Promise. Based on using super speed on a normal cycle with an 8-pound load, terms apply. See Lowe's.com/price promise for details. U.S. only.